Former Dallas Mavericks star Harrison Barnes and Philadelphia Eagles player Malik Jackson have decided to pay for the funeral of Atatiania Jefferson, the black Texas woman who was fatally shot by police inside her own home. My wife and I wanted to do something for the family, Barnes said of himself and his wife Brittany to reporters in a video posted by NBC Sports. Jefferson's story is especially heartbreaking for Barnes as he considered himself a member of the Texas community after playing with the Mavericks for 3 seasons. It was a tragic situation that happened. No one should be killed during a wellness check, Barnes said, adding that he hopes his contribution will help relieve some of the stress Jefferson's tragic death has brought on her family. Harrison Jackson stepped up to the plate shortly after, according to Lee Merritt, the attorney for Miss Jefferson's family. He explained to the Dallas Morning News that Barnes and his wife are covering more than half of Miss Jefferson's service, about 90%, and Jackson will pay the remainder. They did it because they cared, Merritt told the local outlet, adding that the athletes wanted to keep their donations low-key. Police responded to a welfare call in the 1200 block of East Allen Avenue at around 2:30 a.m. on Saturday, October 12th. A neighbor called authorities to report Miss Jefferson's front door was open. Responding officers searched the perimeter of the house and observed a person standing inside the residence near a window. Perceiving a threat, the officer drew his duty weapon and fired one shot, striking the person inside the residence, the Fort Worth Police Department said in a statement. The 28-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene. Body cam footage released by the police and shared by multiple outlets showed two officers walking around the side of the house as one officer approached a closed first floor window with a flashlight. After raising his gun, he screamed, "Put your hands up, show me your hands." Earlier this week, it was revealed that Aaron York Dean, the ex-officer who shot Miss Jefferson, wasn't responding to a wellness check call despite her neighbor's request to do so. Fort Worth Police Chief Ed Kraus told reporters on Tuesday that Dean was responding to an open structure call when he opened fire on Jefferson and killed her. Miss Jefferson had been playing video games with her 8-year-old nephew when the call was made, but the neighbor had simply asked for cops to check on the woman out of concern for her safety after noticing that her front door was open. The information came from the neighbor to the call takers, and while it was relayed to the dispatch, it was determined to be an open structure call, he said, according to CNN. An open structure or open door call is much different than a wellness check, Michael Britt London, president of the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association, told the outlet. In the case of a burglary, officers are trained to look for signs that indicate someone has broken into a home, such as a smashed window or a broken down door. You're at a higher sensitivity to what's going on with the house, London told CNN. You have to be ready for anything. You're taking more of your environment in consideration to be ready for a surprise if there is one. The responding officers did examine the Fort Worth property with body cam footage released by the police and shared by outlets, showing them walking around the side of the house. As one officer approached a closed first floor window with a flashlight, he raised his gun and screamed, "Put your hands up, show me your hands." The officer, later identified as Dean, apparently never identified himself as a police officer before firing the fatal shot. However, the response raised questions by many officials, including Jeff Halstead, a retired Fort Worth chief of police and police consultant. They were standing literally at the front door. They could see whether the door was kicked in or not. The lights were on. There was evidence that people were living there. There were toys, Halstead told CNN. Why they advanced to an extremely dark backyard area without at least ringing the doorbell or checking the entrance, that's extremely concerning. On Monday afternoon, Dean resigned hours before being fired, NBC News reports. He was originally placed on administrative leave and had been with the Fort Worth Police Department since April 2018. Dean was later taken into custody by his former department and charged with the murder of Miss Jefferson. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, leave me your thoughts and opinions below in the comment section.